This is my favorite time of the day. It's a little after 5 a.m. You can see a little color of the sun starting to come up. That little sliver of white over there to your right is the moon. You can't see it like I can because this is just a flip cam, but I love this early morning hour stuff. I get up, put a fire on, start warming the house up for the family. And it's just that peaceful time of the day. It's the only peaceful time of the day I usually get. And I thought I'd bring you in on it this morning. I want to tell you a prepping story. I'll set you guys next to my perfection heater this morning, keep you nice and warm. I'm going to read you a PM that I got. And I get PMs like this all the time, but I'm going to read you this PM to kind of set the background to where I'm going with this video. I'm not going to give you the name, because that's not what this is about, but it's just the mentality. And you'll have to excuse my voice. It's not only is it early morning, but you know, I've got some kind of crud. The kids brought some plague home, and my voice feels a little raspy this morning. Starts out, hi there. First off, I cannot thank you enough for your videos. I'm just going to read it the way it is, by the way. You know, I'm not going to, it's written kind of choppy. I am a very new actual prepper. I mean, I have always had a stockpile of food, but well, sadly, in just the last 2 weeks, I have been horrified. I guess I live underneath a rock, LOL. I just found out about HARP, FEMA camps, certain bills, Gwen Towers, etc., etc. I am a Christian as well, and I have one very important question, if I may. All the preppers I have watched, including yourself, speak of have guns. This scares me, to be honest. For starters, I live in Canada, and one has to go through a million loopholes to legally get a gun. Not near as easy it is in the States. What can I do? I'm also horrified on a religious base as well. If shit hit the fan here, and it does get as bad as the preppers on here say, which drives me nuts, the sky is falling preppers. If I did somehow get a gun, which I don't even know how, if I shot and killed someone trying to take my food, etc., wouldn't that send me straight to hell? Breaking thou shalt not kill? I guess what I'm saying is, I'm all for defending my family and myself. This is human instinct. But wouldn't dying of hunger and going to heaven kind of be the same as denying the mark of the beast of God? My brain is in total overload. With such fast learning and panic of everything I have learned, I need another Christian take on this. Please, if you don't mind. I need someone to guide me on what to do. I have been so streed out over this. Our lives have changed so dramatically in the last 2 weeks on YouTube. It's all we talk about and research literally night and day. I'm scared. I'm frightened. Thank you for your time. And then I get one of those cute little smiley faces. And then right after I got that PM, I got this PM. Oh, sorry, one more question. I was watching a prepper's vid on here, and he was saying things regarding staying out of the system. You know, don't trust doctors and police and etc. Others have said, and in my readings, that the government has us already coded in colors, etc. If you have joked to your doctor about just taking me behind the barn and shooting me, all in a joke, that he records these words and sends them to the higher up people I know. I always joke to my doctor. That's just who I am. I have humor. My husband has read multiple times that we are already coded in, as in who's a threat and who has depression, etc., etc. Remember that show, The King and I? Remember he used to say that all the time? That's what it reminds me of. Etc., etc., etc. I think he has read we're coded in 3 colors. Black, yellow, and I forget the other one. And each citizens fall under certain color codes. Is this all true or a conspiracy talk? I honestly don't know what to believe and what not to. Now, I don't even want to see my doctor in fear of this. Thank you again for your time. And then I get one of those little smiley faces. And then shortly after that, maybe a day later, I get another email, because this person is obviously, literally, like they said, sitting here day and night on YouTube, just, sucking in all this garbage. Oh, I guess you're not interested. Hi, I assume you're not interested in helping a fellow newbie prepper. And then I get the unhappy face. That little frown face. Yeah, cuckoo. So if you're listening out there, first I want to answer this person. If you recognize this as your letter that you sent me, the first thing I would do is delete your YouTube account and get the hell off YouTube. That's my advice to you, truly. At the very least, if you don't want to do that, please go to my channel and go to the unsub button and get off my channel. Please. Now for the rest of you, let me tell you a prepping story. From my point of view, I've been on here for 2.5 years. I don't know if there were any preppers when I first came on. Most of them were survivalists with bug-out bags. There were a few people that were just homesteading, which I think is really a better name for prepping at this point, because I think the prepping title has been so skewed, it's not recognizable anymore. I actually thought this was a good grassroots movement up until about a year ago. But anyway, I'm digressing. The first year I was on here, I think I had about 3,000 or 4,000 subs, and it was really, I think those were the best times, because those were real preppers. Those were guys that were kind of, going back to the old ways, and we didn't, we saw how frail the system was, and we just wanted some extra insurance. It was a different lifestyle. We were putting some stuff away for a rainy day. And in my opinion, let me tell you what's changed. In the second year, I went from 3,000 or 4,000 subs the first year. The second year I picked up like 18,000 subs, and prepping exploded. And the main reason it exploded is because there were two other groups that were going through a total meltdown at the time. One of them was the Truthers group. The other one was this Patriot YouTubers. And the Patriot YouTubers group, by the way, has totally ruined the name Patriot for me. I can't even think about it the same way. These two groups went through a total meltdown, and I could name names of who the big guys were at that time. And the reason why they went through a meltdown is because you can't keep saying, as dumb as people are, you can't keep saying, the end is coming, the end is coming, the end is coming, there's going to be an economic crash, there's going to be an economic crash, get everything out of the stock market, buy gold, buy silver, buy gold, buy silver, it's the end, the end, the end. Oh, I seen a train coming in with some military equipment, it's a Russian invasion, the Chinese are coming, you better be ready, you better be ready. You can only do that, even for the dumbest people that are subbing to you, you can only do that maybe 200 or 300 times, and even they begin to doubt you. So what happens is people start turning on each other, stabbing each other in the back. They're worried about losing their leadership status on YouTube, or they're worried somebody else is getting ahead of them because they've run out of things to talk about. And so these two groups, both of them, with their BS and it's always going to end, it's always going to end. I've got comments on my channel I can go back to 2 years ago, and I can show them to you, people predicting that we've only got 2 months left. It's incredible how many times they can do this. That's never been about what prepping is to me. The mystery to me is how people like this seek me out and write me a PM like this. That is the mystery to me. I want to know what I've done to project the image that I'm with them, or this is my mindset, when I am constantly preaching against the same. It drives me nuts. And the only thing I can say is that that's the direction really that prepping has went, because these truthers and these YouTube patriots, they're going to have a revolution someday. They all came into prepping. This was I think they came in here to carry their own agenda, and it's worked to a certain extent. But other preppers are guilty of it as well. Using fear either for profit, the end is coming, the end is coming, selling bullshit, basically, to keep things going, to keep people rolling, to make them desperate, you know. So they'll either follow them so they get their ego stroked, or that maybe the YouTube channel that's stoking this wants to feel important. He wants to feel like he's going to do something in his life. I think a lot of people cannot objectively look at the truth. Everything is a frickin' conspiracy to them. They're willing to back any kind of wrong if they feel like it's part of that conspiracy, which makes everyone look bad. And all I'm saying is, you know, I don't care what you do. I just want to be part of that, and I don't want you to be part of me. That's all I'm saying, because that ain't me. That's not why I prep. You know, I was talking to Brooklyn Prepper, basically bitching to him about this. Is this kind of delusion that seems to fall over the people? It discredits everything. It discredits, you know, the good things, the good movements. It's what's discredited the Ron Paul campaign. That's why he doesn't stand a chance. It's not Ron Paul. It's the people that, a lot of the people that back him. They don't even know what Ron Paul is all about. It's like, you know, I believe when OWS started, there were probably some good people with some good intentions, but then it was flooded with all this junk, and it's totally discredited them. They're nothing, you know, it's nothing but a bunch of ignorant banshees at this point. And prepping is going through the same kinds of pains, because these truthers and patriots have already, you know, discredited themselves and their own genres. Now they've invaded this, and there are preppers that are pushing this. They're pushing this kind of fear and discrediting the whole thing. Prepping is going to be synonymous with nutcase, survivalist, tinfoil hat, you know, BS. There's a whole fantasy world that exists here, and if it was harmless, I guess I wouldn't care. But you can't even stay away from it. You know, that's why I do use the block button. That's my filter. It's no different than filtering water when you're out hiking or camping. You know, you don't want the crap in the water. You want pure water. You know, guys, I'm not saying I'm not saying that there aren't plans in effect and being carried out that are evil and detrimental to everyone. But, you know, you have to pursue the truth. I mean, I can't even tell. I've seen the same train with military equipment on it. This is a good example. Coming into the United States now for 2 years. Somebody will rehash it and say, hey, I spotted this on the border. There's an invasion. I mean, this is like War of the Worlds on steroids. YouTube. I mean, are people really this dumb? Because I'll tell you, I'm not worried about the doctors or the police. No wonder the doctors and the police are being, you know, told to watch for idiots, because the world has become one huge insane asylum. You'll believe anything except the truth. That's the one thing you won't believe. These people. It's incredible. It's incredible. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy the last moments of, I guess, the dawn before the sun comes up. Okay. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.